My name is John Benson, and it's my privilege to announce a milestone in the laundry appliance industry. 1961, a vintage year with the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic, the washer that also dries clothes. A poet once said, "What's in a name?" Well, there's a lot in the name Ultimatic. It means the finest, the highest in achievement, the last word in laundry appliance engineering. Over the years, engineering milestones mark the history of every industry. Great achievements stand out in a certain year, a certain model. In 1961, the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic stands out as a breakthrough in the laundry appliance industry. The reliability, economy, and convenience engineered into the Ultimatic wrap an invisible blue ribbon around each machine that goes into a home. But let's hear the story from a man who knows it well, Bill Curry, an RCA-Whirlpool dealer.
Well, John, I think the best way to tell the story of the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic is through a typical customer. Now, I don't suppose you can really call any woman typical. They're all different, Lord love 'em. But Mrs. Whitfield is typical in many ways. She has a family, and her time is valuable. She wants all the time she can get away from household chores to be with her husband, her children, and on community activities. So her time is precious. And when she buys a time-saving machine, she wants value. I remember the day she first came into my place to ask about the new RCA-Whirlpool washer-dryer.
Yes, I'm interested in a washer-dryer, but I've heard that they're very expensive.
Well, Mrs. Whitfield, the cost of an RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic is actually up to $200 lower than the combined price of a separate washer and separate dryer. And it has the deluxe features of the most expensive separate units. That was her first happy surprise. Then I asked her to let me put the Ultimatic model in her home for a few days on a trial basis. We could put it wherever it was most convenient for her. Our new washer-dryer is tabletop height, beautifully compact, and fits practically anywhere. Mrs. Whitfield got her next surprise when she saw how easy it was to install and was extremely pleased with the valuable kitchen space it saved over 2 separate units. Then I asked her, "Did you save some laundry for me?"
Oh, that was easy. Monica, why don't you go play? What kind would you like?
Anything you have.
Is this enough?
Fine, thank you. And I meant anything. One of the beauties of the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic is complete flexibility. There's big capacity, too. It holds up to 10 pounds of clothes, and the big door makes loading easy. I showed Mrs. Whitfield how to use the 2 automatic dispensers. They're conveniently placed, one for detergent, liquid or powder, and one for bleach. I also pointed out that each dispenser is conveniently marked to enable her to measure her detergent or bleach in the proper amount. Operating the Ultimatic model is a dream of simplicity. Just select the cycle that you want from the fabric guide, push the corresponding button, and turn the timer dial to wash and dry any kind of washable fabric to the best advantage. The pre-wash cycle automatically provides warm water for soaking out stains and heavy dirt. During the wash cycles, normal white, normal color, and wash and wear, a special built-in temperature booster maintains the water temperature chosen by the cycle. Well, kids will be kids. In this case, there was nothing to worry about, as I explained.
Again, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't let it worry you a bit, Mrs. Whitfield. This acrylic enamel finish is made to withstand these minor mishaps of everyday living, and so is this porcelain enamel top. You'll find they'll both give you long-wearing beauty.
Why, that's a real help. Now, suppose I don't want to dry my wash in the machine.
Well, you certainly don't have to. However, The Ultimatic model is designed to save you both time and effort by washing and drying clothes in one continuous operation. If in some instances, though, you do desire to wash only, simply use the wash only cycle. And please remember, Mrs. Whitfield, that the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic has special cycles for your other laundering needs. Spin only, dry only, air tumble, and damp dry. The air tumble setting is especially effective in fluffing blankets and pillows and in drying children's plastic rainwear.
Yes, but I've heard that the washer-dryer is slow and that the total time needed for washing and drying is too long.
Well, depending on the type of load, it takes about an hour and a quarter, more or less, to wash and dry a single load with 2 units. Now, the Ultimatic model does it in approximately the same length of time. Let's run it. Mrs. Whitfield had a lot of questions, all right, but it's a pleasure to answer questions when you've got good answers. I showed her how our unique exclusive detergent dispenser works. The liquid or powder is spun out in solution, so there's even distribution, and every piece of the wash gets the full cleansing benefit without danger of messy deposits. Sometimes when I'm making a demonstration, I get unexpected help. I was just explaining to Mrs. Whitfield the principle of filter stream washing when my little helper demonstrated our door switch, which is designed to automatically stop the machine if the door is opened. You see, there is actually very little water in the drum. The water is contained in a reservoir below the drum, so that you can add clothes to the wash anytime and start the action again by closing the door. And a beautiful action it is. We call it filter stream washing action. We wash with water, not in water. This filter stream method of washing is unique and exclusive. As the clothes tumble in the drum, they absorb water and flex according to their weight and fabric characteristics. A heavy article like a sweatshirt absorbs more water than a light piece like a napkin, for example. Then it flexes as it falls and hits the bottom of the cylinder with greater impact. This impact is not softened by a thick cushion of soapy water. We call it controlled impact washing. It's unique and exclusive with the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic. Like clockwork, the bleach dispenser goes to work during the last 4 minutes of washing. We delay the bleach because the brightening agent in the detergent can't work effectively in water containing a bleach. After the detergent does its work, the bleach helps bring out nice sparkling whites and colors. One of the features that reduces cycle time in the Ultimatic model is our high-speed spin. Clothes are spun drier, so they're drier to start with. There she goes into the dry cycle.
But we didn't set anything.
That's the idea. The whole point of the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic is to free you from the machine. If you have to be here to put clothes into the dryer, you're tied to the job. You're part of the machine. But with the Ultimatic model, you're at liberty to be doing other things, while your important job of washing and drying is being done for you.
But if either the washer or dryer function goes out of order, I can't use the other unit, can I?
In many instances, you could use one without the other. Actually, though, even with separate units, if one of them became inoperative, the other one wouldn't be likely to get much usage until the inoperative machine was repaired. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's certainly true.
Let me show you another exclusive feature. I explained the principle of modulated heat. It means simply that the heat is modulated to the amount actually necessary to dry. Less heat is applied as the moisture diminishes during the drying process. The danger of over-drying is lessened, and the clothes come out softer to the touch. This is a tremendous advance over the method that applies full blasts of heat to the clothes right up to the moment when they are practically dry. The drying cycle ends with a 5-minute cool-down period so the clothes won't be too warm when you remove them from the machine. Modulated heat benefits all types of washable fabrics, especially wash and wear. Well, I didn't have to tell Mrs. Whitfield anything more. I could leave and let the RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic do the rest of the talking. During the trial period, she'd have a full chance to appreciate the virtues of the washer-dryer. It's lower cost than two separate units with comparable features. Space saving, work, and time saving. The convenience of a completely unattended operation. Things that the man of the house is also interested in. At the end of the trial period, I called to get a report.
Yes, but there's just one thing. Will this machine be as serviceable as two separate units?
Well, generally speaking, Mrs. Whitfield, maintenance on the Ultimatic model should be less than with two separate units because there are fewer parts. Tell me, are you happy with it?
Oh, it's just grand. Well, I've got the whole job down to a minute and a half. Now, let me tell you...
Mrs. Whitfield started telling me how great my product is. Women will have the last word, won't they?
Yes, Bill, women should have the last word. The RCA-Whirlpool Ultimatic. Naturally, the housewife has questions to ask. As you saw in this typical home trial installation, various questions come up. In the case of the Ultimatic, as Bill Curry said, it's a pleasure to answer questions when you've got the answers. Good answers. In fact, the more questions, the more opportunity to show off the exceptional qualities of the Ultimatic. We have the ultimate in the washer that also dries clothes. The ultimate in laundering convenience. The RCA Whirlpool Ultimatic is our opportunity and our privilege.